Hello, welcome to another video. I suppose there we go, slightly better. I look like I'm slightly more human coloured. So this is kind of my May TBR, but also it's not really. So I have kind of felt a little bit slumpy this month, and I think part of that is I've been doing all of these different weekly vlogs where I'm reading different things, and then also have my own TBR that has been picked for me by my Jenga game, and then that doesn't leave me any room to read anything that I want to read. I'm feeling at the moment that like everything that is on my TBR are books that are picked for me rather than me picking for myself to read. So this month I'm going to do like a mood read May, sort of ish. Basically the books I'm going to be putting on my TBR for May are going to just be books that I feel like reading rather than ones I have to read. Again, sort of ish. I have got a few books here that I do have to read, so I'm going to start off with the first two that I have to read this month. First one is The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchinson. This is for a kind of work project that I'm doing where, so this isn't a book that I'm working on as such. I'm doing this for Tandem's YouTube, where I'm reading a book recommended by actually by Lex. So I have got to read this one before I go to Italy in the middle of May. Secondly, A Little Hatred by Jo Abercrombie. This is the next book in the first Law Along. I have just thought, I don't know when the live show will be for this book, but it is probably going to be when I'm away, because I'm away from the 18th of May, and that's, I think, is the second Saturday, which is normally the live shows on the second Sunday, so I might be away for this one, but I will still be reading it this month anyway, just so I don't fall behind in the read along. So those are the only two like books that I have to read. I've then got, let's move those ones for a second, a pile here of Jacqueline Wilson books that I do want to read for. I want to do like a Jacqueline Wilson vlog series because she's got a new book coming out, which is a sequel to the Girls series, but the girls are all adults and I'm very excited by it. So these are all like contemporary books that I haven't read before. So we've got Cookie, Lily Alone, The Diamond Girls and Best Friends. I've not read any of these before, so I am excited to read them. So they are, like I said, like a vlog project that I'm planning on doing, even though, yeah, just that I'm planning on doing. And then I've got here 3 books that I would like to get to. So these are the kind of mood ready ones. Jade War by Fonda Lee. This one I've been trying to read for the last like 3 months, but because it hasn't fitted in any of my TBR games, I've not read it because it's been like always a lowest priority book. But I do really want to prioritise this one this month and actually try and get to it. Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. This one I'm either going to read, obviously I'm either going to read it or I'm not. That was a really stupid sentence to say. If I read this one, it will be before I go to Italy, so I can swap it with my friends in Italy. If I don't read it before then, I'm not going to read it when I come home from Italy. I actually haven't said about that at all. I'm going away to Italy for a week in the middle of May, so me and my friends are meeting up in Rome, and then we're travelling to the East Coast to a town called Roseto, where it's like a work kind of conference for a few days. So I'm going to be away for like a full week. I think it's 8 days in total that I'm away. But me and my friends are doing like book swaps of books that we've like read and annotated. So this one was read and annotated last year by a couple of the girls. So there are, she says, I can't find any. There are some annotations. I don't know if you can see there's some highlighting in there. So I would quite like to read this one to pass it on again, but if I don't get to it, like I said, in the first couple of weeks of May, it's going to go back on the shelf to die, let's be honest. I also really want to read The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I'm very excited by this book. So I really want to read this one. And I think of the book, I think I'm just leaving that there actually. I think that's going to be my whole TBR, which does actually, when I look at it like this, is quite a lot. Sorry if you can hear meowing, that is Bella, she's behind you. So this is my TBR, which does look like quite a lot of books. There then will also be, I'm going to be doing a book box battle, so I'm going to be putting on another book from like a Fairy Little Illumicrate box. I'm possibly also going to do another series challenge, and then wrapped up. So there's probably going to be 3, potentially 4 more books on this pile, but I'm feeling quite happy that these aren't books that I'm, you know, they're all books that I'm choosing to read, with the exception of these top 2. But other than those 2, they're all books that I am wanting to read and I'm excited to read, rather than books that I kind of feel pressured that I have to read. There are definitely others on my shelves that I would like to get to, but again, I don't want to put like everything on. I'm quite happy with having this stack of, what is this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stack of 9 books, and I feel like that's quite a nice selection to kind of have the option to pick from without being, you know, again, what, and then plus the others, so going to be 12 books, which I can kind of pick from a selection of books that I'm excited by, rather than picking from a selection of books that I'm not necessarily excited by. I'm just doing this month while I'm feeling a little bit slumpy. So today, I am filming this vlog slightly early. It's the 21st, I think, today. And I've only read 5 books this month, which is low for me, especially as none of them are big books that I've read. So I do feel like I'm just kind of not reading anything that I'm not engaging with the books that I'm reading. So while there have been a couple of like standout books, I've also had 2 DNFs this month and I've only finished 5. So there's not a huge amount that I'm getting to. So again, like I said, I want to be reading the books that I'm excited to read and that I am wanting to read. And to be honest, I get decision fatigue. So if I just look at my whole sort of like 400 book TBR, I will not read anything because I'll just kind of be stuck there. So yeah, that's my plan for May. It's a semi-mood read May. Because I am away for a week as well, I'm either going to get quite a lot read that week because I'm away with my friends and with work and, you know, we're all readers, or I'm going to read nothing that week because I'm away with friends and with work and we'll all be chatting. So it's going to go one of 2 ways there. But I am excited for this stack, and hopefully I'll be able to get through a number of these and kind of get my reading mojo back. So please do let me know if you've read any of the books that I have got in this stack. What did you think of them? And what do you do when you're feeling a little bit slumpy and like not in the mood to read? Do you do this and kind of like mood read, or do you just lean into it and not read anything? Let me know. This has been a very short video, so I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.